to shopping. Today's episode is all about making you our power shopper. I'm going to teach you Power Shopping 101. Why am I so hyped? Because you need the energy. Why do I have this hat on? Because the salespeople need to be able to spot you out in the middle of a huge crowd of people fighting over shoes. You're gonna be the one that they see when you walk through the door. You're gonna be the one that they gravitate to because they're gonna think, oh, serious shopper, cha-ching, I'm gonna make some money. Guess what? They're not gonna mistake you for somebody else, and that person's not gonna pretend to be you and take your shoes off their hands. No, they're gonna know that you're the crazy lady with the crazy puffy ears on the top of your head. No mistaking you. And you're gonna get your shoes and you're gonna walk out a winner. To become a power shopper, you first have to know when to shop. There are two particular times of the year, and one is not Thanksgiving, believe it or not, that you should do all your shopping. The best and biggest one is usually obviously at the end of the year, after Christmas and New Year's sale, we all know that. But the second one, believe it or not, is in the middle of June that extends into July. Why? Because they're trying to push all that summer and spring crap out of the door and get it out of the stock room so they can make room for all the fabulous muted colors of fall. Rule number one, do your homework, research. Think about what you really want. How do you do that? You get online, get on the internet, and you research it out. If you don't have internet, go to the library. Actually, if you don't have internet, then you probably shouldn't be talking about power shopping. Research is key. If you don't do your research and find out what you're going after, you're going to fail miserably. Get online, stay up to 6 o'clock in the morning like I did and cover it up with a little concealer. You'll be all right. Find out what the stores have. Find out what you like. If it's shoes like me, I thrive this time of year on shoe purchases because shoes, don't really go out of style if you buy them right. Now, what are your goals? You say, well, maybe you want staple pieces. You have to tell yourself, I'm going to get staple pieces. Do not get sidetracked by all the other glam and frilly, sparkly things that are going to be in the store and all the people spraying perfumes and fragrances in the air. No, that's not why you're there. While you're doing your research, you're online, and you're looking at everything, take mental notes. Now, if this was a grocery list, I'd tell you to write it down. But you don't want to write it down because there's a catch-22 to this. You don't want to put yourself in a box. Putting yourself in a box is not good because you can miss out on some amazing, amazing things. But just have a general idea of what you want so you know what it is. When you go in that store, you know what you're looking for. I suggest power shopping in department stores. This is where you find your staple pieces and your shoes and things of that nature. You can find it all in one spot and you don't have to waste time running from one end of the mall to the other. That takes a lot of time and not to mention energy. I decided to go to an off the beaten path mall. Why? Because less people that are interested in fashion are going to be there. Less people like me. It's going to be other people looking for other things that I don't really want. Now, you definitely want to go to a mall that has a department store that you are accustomed to shopping at because you'll be disappointed if you don't. I chose Bloomingdale's. I chose a mall that's not really on most people's radar if you're into fashion. But this Bloomingdale's is big enough, and I do know that they carry some of the products that I generally like to get from other stores and the brands that I'm interested in. You go through the site. I like shoes. Go through their shoe department. See what shoes they may have available. Get an idea. Write down SKU numbers if you can, the best description possible, because if that retailer does not, or that department store does not have that particular shoe or whatever it is you're looking for in stock at that location, guess what? They're interested in making a commission, and they're going to pick up that phone and call around to all the other stores and check the computer system to see what's floating around out there. Why? Because you're going to win, which means they're going to win. They're going to go home with some extra change in their pocket, and you're going to be a happy camper. Once you've done your homework, go to sleep. If you're like me, you've already been up to like 4 or 5, maybe even 6 o'clock in the morning, so you're gonna take a cat nap. And when you wake up, you better chug a Red Bull, chug a 5-hour energy. I don't know, maybe you wanna play tennis and write a book at the same time. Whatever it takes to get you going. Do not eat a big breakfast. Eat something light, but something that's gonna give you a little more energy. Maybe like some egg whites or something that's gonna just feed you. Stay away from the heavy pancakes and syrup and heavy waffles. You don't want anything to slow you down. You wanna get in there and you wanna go hard. You wanna do your power shopping 101. Make sure you have babysitters in place or keep your husband or boyfriend at home to keep your kids. Because it is not cute running through a department store with 2 kids on the side of you, or maybe 3 or 4. Not gonna cut it. When you get dressed in the morning, it's important. I like to dress stealth-like. I need to put on something that's easy to get in and out of if I'm gonna be trying on clothes. Like I said, Something that's noticeable. If it's a big bright scarf, tie that around your neck. Who cares? You're not going in for a fashion show. You're going in so you can create the fashion show. I'm trying on shoes, so I had to make sure my footwear was appropriate. It's raining outside, so perfect. Rain boots. Easy to slip in and out of. Makeup. Don't wear a lot of makeup, especially if you're trying on clothes. For one, you're gonna sweat it off because it's usually hot when you're running around and knocking people over. Okay, don't knock people over, but you know what I mean. You're rushing and reaching and grabbing. Don't wear a lot of makeup. Just something simple, little, you know, powder, mascara, eyeliner. And besides, when you're trying on clothes, you don't want your makeup getting on somebody else's garments. I mean, that's not cool. Department stores don't like that. It's not nice. Because I don't want to go in after you and buy that same makeup stained shirt that you've tried on. Once you get there, stay focused. Me, I was looking for shoes. I browsed around some of the other areas, but I didn't stop. I just kind of looked to see what the sales looked like. Made my way to the salon shoe department. Now, if you're looking to snag some high-end stuff, but you don't want to pay the high-end price, this is the time to shop for you. Let everybody else have those racks of shoes that's thrown everywhere. You know why? Because they're a mess and people have rummaged through those things since the day after Christmas, and I'm not fighting a day after Christmas crowd. You can count me out on that. I went in the middle of the day, 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday, still very busy and crazy, but you let the people be distracted by those shoes on those racks that are temporarily put out. You prance your way on over to the salon shoe department where you're gonna find your high-end shoes. Well, guess what? Those high-end shoes are gonna be on sale too. And a lot of times they're 50% off. This goes back to picking the department store in the mall that you're going to. If you go to the most, you know, popular mall where all the fashionistas go, where all the shoe lovers go, guess what? There's not gonna be anything left for you. Because they're going to be thinking just like you. They're already done with Power Shopping 101. They're on to like getting their master's and PhD in Power Shopping. So, go to where the rookies are, where they're chasing after the Jessica Simpson shoes on sale. Nothing wrong with those, but you don't want to get those necessarily on sale unless it's in your budget. You want to go after that high-end stuff that you can't necessarily attain when it's regular retail price. So you save your ducats and you get it, and that's called making an investment into your wardrobe. Not just an investment, because we know shoes, cars, and clothes are not necessarily investments. You want to make an investment into your wardrobe, and this is how you do it. I'm a dork.